and welcome back to Dogs and Rabbits 101. In this video I'm going to be doing all about a adult dogs diet, and this will contain I'm going to be doing a bunch of kind of different things you can do, because there are different things you can do, and it honestly comes back to like what things you prefer, like what brand and what kind of ingredients you want for your dog. But I'm going to be talking a little bit about what are essential like foods, and also some tips that I've had with Candy. I'm also not a vet, it's just what I've kind of done with Candy and as a dog owner. So the first thing is obviously water, and they need a lot of water. I do need to fill this up just a little bit because you drink this throughout the day. And yeah, so just regular water, like regular filtered water. And then for small dogs, or if your vet recommends it, and is just like wet dog food. Instead of like tartar or anything, I think raw soft dog food works best, because tartar often doesn't have the best ingredients. So like if you're doing soft dog food, then do like raw instead of like tartar that comes like the can or whatever. And me and Candy I don't eat it, but what I do to feed Candy is called Freshpet, and it's really good for her because it's raw dog food and it doesn't have any like sugars in it or stuff like that. And they have a grain-free option and a dog food with grain in it. And they also, you can see the like carrots and like good veggies in there. And they also have some good meats in there, and they don't have any like bad ingredients, and it's like raw and stuff. So Freshpet is what me and Candy use. I definitely recommend it, but you can just decide. Candy has to eat grain just because she did get all her teeth pulled out, and she does have some like dental and gum issues. And so the vet said she has to eat food with grain in it. So I really like how they have a grain option with grain, because a lot of dog foods, I don't know why, but they're doing grain-free, which I'm not exactly sure that's better. And for some dogs, they're supposed to be grain-free, and for some dogs, grain is just fine. And some dogs can go either way. If your dog can go either way, I suggest grain just for their teeth and gums and their heart. But if your dog can't eat grain, then because your vet told you or something, then grain-free is totally fine. That's just what I recommend. And then I feed Candy kibble, but the reason why this is empty is because she did get her teeth pulled out, all of them, and because she had some really bad issues, so they had to pull out all her teeth. And just while her teeth are healing, I can't give her kibble. And you're probably like, you can't give her kibble ever because she has no teeth. But her kibble, I recommend like a really, really small type of kibble that is just fine for them to swallow, and they can process it just fine. That's just what my vet recommended. You can talk to your vet about it if you just want like that small size, but it's just because Candy got all her teeth pulled out and she can't eat, and she has to just swallow it. This is soft enough that she can kind of chew it. I don't know how she chews it, but she does. But this is too hard for her just while her teeth are healing, so that's why it's empty right now. But I usually give her blue kibble that is grain-free, but her kibble for her kibble to be grain-free is fine. But if your dog needs grain and they just eat kibble, you need grain kibble. But if your dog is grain-free and they just eat kibble, then you need grain-free. But Candy eats this. This has grain in it, and her kibble doesn't. And so it's just fine because she's getting grain in this, and the majority she's eating is this. So for big dogs, a lot of the time they just have kibble, no soft dog food. for small dogs, usually they'll just have soft dog food or soft dog food and kibble. I personally like to have both because kibble is better for their teeth, but she doesn't eat a whole lot of kibble. It takes her like a week to eat all of it. And so for her day-to-day like meal, she's already eaten like a lot of this, as you can see. She eats mostly this. So I give her both just because she needs to like fill up on food with this, and then when she does eat it, she eats like a little bit per day. When she does eat it, it's better for her teeth for the kibble. So I recommend doing both for small dogs and just kibble for big dogs. But you can decide, talk to your vet about it, and see what you guys want. Yeah, and then treats are like occasional treats. I usually give Candy like 2 treats per day, which works for Candy and which keeps her healthy. Like besides the fact that she's a senior, and that contributes to like health issues just because she's a senior. But for being a senior, she's really good with her health. But anyways, so yeah, that's a big dog's diet. And then just to go over the brands, if you guys are wondering, her soft dog food is Freshpet, raw with grain. And then this one is blue, grain-free, toy breed kibble. And then this is just water. And yeah, so I can link those down in the description box below if you guys are wondering. So yeah.